Elon Musk buying Ford is the kind of move that instantly turns the global auto industry upside down. It's the clash of two eras, one defined by a century-old titan that pioneered mass production and put the world on wheels, and the other led by a relentless innovator who has spent the past 2 decades reshaping transportation, energy, and technology itself. When the news broke that Musk had officially acquired Ford, the shockwaves were immediate. It wasn't simply about a billionaire adding another company to his portfolio, it was about the symbolic collision of tradition and disruption. The implications of this event stretch far beyond boardrooms and assembly lines. It's a moment that redefines the future of mobility, sustainability, and industrial power. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. Ford has always held a unique place in the story of modern civilization. It was Henry Ford who introduced the moving assembly line in 1913, revolutionizing how goods were made and democratizing car ownership. Ford's Model T didn't just change transportation, it altered society by making automobiles accessible to ordinary families. Fast forward more than a century, and the company remained a global powerhouse, though often weighed down by legacy costs, union negotiations, and the challenges of transitioning to an electric future. For years, analysts pointed out Ford's struggles to pivot quickly enough in the EV race. While Tesla blazed ahead with innovative designs, advanced batteries, and a direct-to-consumer model, Ford was caught between honoring its internal combustion engine heritage and investing billions into electrification. The purchase by Elon Musk symbolizes the passing of that torch, and in some ways, its reclamation. What makes this event particularly striking is Musk's personality and vision. He has always aimed for the audacious, colonizing Mars, turning electric cars into status symbols, launching reusable rockets, and building AI-driven robots. By taking control of Ford, Musk has effectively bridged the gap between the automotive past and the automotive future. This isn't simply about owning another automaker, it's about reprogramming the DNA of a legacy brand. The Ford badge carries weight, tradition, and trust. Qualities Tesla, despite its success, still struggles to fully embody among some consumers. Pair that heritage with Musk's technological edge, and the resulting fusion could redefine what a car company is in the 21st century. Industry insiders immediately began debating what Musk's first moves might be. Would he fold Ford into Tesla, merging operations, or allow Ford to retain its identity under his broader vision? The answer matters greatly because Ford's reach is immense. It sells millions of vehicles annually, many of them trucks and SUVs, the very segments Tesla has been trying to break into with products like the Cybertruck. Owning Ford means instant dominance in markets where Tesla has only been an upstart challenger. Imagine Ford's legendary F-150 pickup, America's best-selling vehicle for decades, re-engineered with Tesla's battery technology, software, and design philosophy. Such a combination would be seismic, bringing EV adoption to communities and industries that have resisted the shift so far. The shock to the auto industry also stems from what this acquisition signals about capital and ambition. Most automakers are still carefully balancing their investments in EVs while protecting profits from gasoline vehicles. Musk, however, has never been known for cautious half measures. With Ford under his control, he gains not just factories and supply chains, but also decades of relationships with suppliers, regulators, and labor forces. This gives him leverage on a scale Tesla alone never had. Ford's global manufacturing footprint, from Detroit to Germany to South America, instantly expands Musk's reach, letting him accelerate production and distribution of electric vehicles at a pace even his most ambitious fans might not have imagined. For the workers and engineers within Ford, this transition is equally dramatic. Ford has prided itself on its Midwestern roots, its culture of resilience, and its identity as a company built by and for everyday people. Musk brings with him a culture of relentless innovation, high expectations, and sometimes controversial management practices. How those cultures blend, or clash, will shape the next chapter of this story. If Musk succeeds in uniting Ford's deep well of craftsmanship with his own obsession for progress, the result could be a workforce more empowered and inspired than ever before. On the other hand, the collision of tradition and disruption could spark tensions. especially in negotiations with unions like the UAW, which has historically fought for worker protections that might not align neatly with Musk's style of lean, efficiency-driven operations. Beyond the company walls, governments and competitors are watching closely. Ford has been a symbol of American industrial might for generations, and Musk's acquisition turns that symbol into a platform for his broader ambitions. Policymakers who have long supported Ford's legacy operations may now be dealing with the disruptive energy of Musk, whose history with regulators has often been rocky. Internationally, automakers in Japan, Germany, and South Korea must now recalibrate their strategies. Toyota, Volkswagen, Hyundai, and others have been carefully plotting their EV futures, but Musk's sudden control of Ford compresses their timelines. A Ford-Tesla hybrid entity could leap ahead in the global race, commanding consumer attention, resources, and technological prestige. Financial markets, too, reacted with awe and uncertainty. Ford's stock, traditionally more stable than Tesla's volatile roller coaster, suddenly became infused with speculative energy. Investors began speculating on the combined company's potential to dominate not just cars, but also related industries like energy storage, grid technology, and autonomous driving. Musk has always blurred the lines between industries, building synergies between SpaceX rockets, Tesla batteries, and solar city panels. With Ford under his wing, he can potentially extend those synergies into mass-market applications at a scale previously unimaginable. Trucks powered by Tesla batteries, Ford plants retrofitted for solar energy integration, and fleets of autonomous vehicles built on Ford's durable platforms. All of these now move from fantasy to possibility. The consumer impact of this acquisition could be equally profound. Ford buyers, often loyal for generations, might now find themselves driving vehicles infused with Tesla software and innovation. Picture the Ford Explorer equipped with Tesla's autopilot, or a Mustang that not only roars with style but glides silently on cutting-edge EV technology. This merger of brand recognition and futuristic engineering could expand EV adoption beyond the coastal elites who have traditionally embraced Tesla. Rural communities, contractors, and families who trust Ford's dependability could now be introduced to electrification in a familiar wrapper. The psychological barrier of switching from gas to electric shrinks considerably when it's tied to a trusted brand like Ford, now reimagined under Musk's leadership. One of the most intriguing aspects of Musk owning Ford lies in the possibilities for product innovation. Musk has always been unafraid to challenge convention, whether with Tesla's minimalist interiors, the unconventional Cybertruck, or the rollout of over-the-air updates that transformed how cars are maintained. Applying this philosophy to Ford's lineup could completely redefine vehicles that have long been staples of American driveways. The Bronco, the F-150, the Mustang, icons of gasoline culture, could become icons of the electric era. And unlike startups struggling to gain consumer trust, Ford already has decades of customer loyalty to leverage. That's a weapon in Musk's hands more powerful than any marketing campaign. But perhaps the most transformative element of this acquisition is the narrative it creates. Ford represented the industrial revolution of the 20th century, while Tesla represents the technological revolution of the 21st. By merging those two stories, Musk has created a living metaphor for progress itself. It tells the world that innovation and tradition don't have to exist in opposition. They can fuse to create something even more powerful. This symbolism is part of why the news shocked the industry so deeply. Competitors suddenly realized they weren't just facing Tesla anymore. They were facing Tesla armed with the weight of Ford's history, infrastructure, and brand loyalty. Musk's track record suggests that he won't stop at simply integrating Ford into Tesla's vision. He thrives on moonshot ideas, and Ford gives him new tools to pursue them. He could use Ford's global presence to launch new ventures in mobility services, transforming Ford dealerships into hubs for robotaxis or energy services. He could turn Ford's research centers into incubators for AI-driven transport systems or next-generation batteries. The sheer scale of what Ford brings allows Musk to think even bigger, pushing the boundaries of what a car company can be. Under his guidance, Ford may cease to be merely a manufacturer of vehicles and instead become a central node in the broader network of energy, technology, and human mobility. The auto industry has long been a slow-moving giant bound by regulatory constraints, consumer expectations, and immense capital costs. Tesla's rise showed that agility and vision could topple even the most established players. Now, with Musk officially buying Ford, the game has changed yet again. It's not just disruption anymore, it's consolidation of old and new power. Every automaker in the world must now reckon with a competitor that combines Tesla's future-focused DNA with Ford's century of market dominance. This is why the entire industry feels jolted. The rules of competition have been rewritten overnight. At the heart of this event lies the profound question of what cars mean to society. For Henry Ford, the car was about freedom, accessibility, and mobility for the masses. For Elon Musk, the car is about sustainability, technology, and the integration of human life with the tools of the future. By bringing those visions together, Musk has created the possibility of a transportation revolution that honors the past while pushing forward. The road ahead will be filled with challenges, cultural, financial, and political, but the moment of acquisition itself stands as a defining chapter in industrial history. It's the moment when the baton of innovation passed not from one company to another, but from one era to the next. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on Elon Musk buying Ford? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.